Morning everybody. Just going to do a quick video this morning on just basic reloading with the Dillion 550. I've made another video or two with this, and I love this machine. Had it for about 30 years. There's a few little tricks to these. I was thinking about it this morning. I was doing some loading. I thought, well, maybe I'll share that with you guys. But one thing that the powder measure likes on this is consistency. So what I've learned, like right now, I'll tip that down so you can see, but the machine is empty. There's no cases or cartridges in there. And so I'm starting. So the machine's completely empty right now. Starting the first one. So the first stage is the size and deep prime. Oh, probably another thing I should talk about is I've got Dillion dies, which Dillion dies are awesome. I mean, RCBS Reading makes some great dies too, but man, I really like the Dillion dies. They are a little bit more money, but these are carbide dies. They tell you don't need lube with carbide. What I've found is I love this Hornady one-shot lube. Of course, nobody's paying me to say any of this kind of stuff, but this is great spray lube. I just put it in a pan. I've got an old pie tin. I just spread it out, spray it on there a little bit, give it a couple minutes to dry. Even with the carbide dye, it makes the process much easier. So I've sized them. So what I do is, now I go to the second stage, which is put the powder in. But where I've been fiddling around here and not real consistent, what I do is put this powder charge in, and I've already set it all, and it's already been weighed and everything. But what I've learned to do to get better consistency is I dump the first charge back in the powder hopper. So now I put that one in, back in the powder loading stage. So now I'm putting powder in, sizing at the first stage. So now I'm going to put the bullet in. Put the bullet in. So now I've got three things going on at once. Sizing the case, put the powder in, put the bullet in. But what I've found is even just time, the powder in this hopper settles. So the consistency of how much time between pulling the handle matters. Maybe I'm splitting hairs here, I don't know. But so now if I weighed each one of those, which I don't need to, because I've already kind of went through that process before the camera started. But now I'm real consistent. Every time I pull the handle, I drop a powder charge. And the time between essentially cycles is real consistent. That makes this powder measure really consistent. And it's even more so in rifles. And believe this or not, you guys can see the level in the powder hopper right there. When I'm loading a big batch of, say, 223s, I keep that level pretty consistent. Every 15, 20 rounds, I just top that off. So, because what I've learned over 30 years of using this machine is, say, for example, you filled the hopper all the way up, and then as you're loading a big batch, say 400 or 500 rounds of 223s, and it gets to the bottom of the hopper, your powder charge will slightly be inconsistent. And when I say slightly, I mean it's pretty slight. It's not like at dangerous levels or anything. But to try to keep things as consistent and accurate loads as we can, you know, a lot of reloaders, myself a little bit, is we try to do the best job we can as far as getting consistency and accuracy. These are 44 mags. Not like it's a long range competition rifle round or anything. But still, the consistency on the cycles of this machine makes a difference. Take me a long time to figure that out. A couple things between the powder level and just the time of, you know, so say I left this machine loaded the way it is, went and ate breakfast, come back, this would throw a slightly different powder charge. There again, nothing dangerous, nothing crazy, but the difference is slight, but it's still a little bit of a difference. So what I'm loading today is these are some 300 grain jacketed soft point Sierras. I'm not sure where I even got these, honestly. I've had them for a long time. But, so these are 300 grainer, pretty mild load. I'm using 9 grains of universal. They should be around 1,000 feet per second. What my goal with these is, I had a partial box, just kind of shooting these up, but I've got this Virginian Dragoon. Did a video on it last night, just posted it. I replaced the rear sight on it. And I mentioned in the video, and I don't know if I can even get it on the camera, but the bore on this gun is a little bit rough. You know, I've been shooting Rugers for a long time. Rugers got good barrels. What little I've shot that gun, it actually shoots pretty good. But what my goal is today is I'm going to clean it good. And then just take it out, and I'm going to shoot some jacketed bullets through it. You know, in the rifle world, they talk about barrel break-in. There may be something to that. I'm not really sure. Like I say, I've only had that gun a couple weeks. But what my goal is I'm going to load some of these. I've got some Hornady 240 grain XTPs I'm also going to load. I'm going to go shoot 20, 30 rounds through it and try to clean the barrel and do that 2 or 3 times and see if I can polish that barrel up just a little bit. So I'll keep you posted on it. I'll try to do a video later on today on shooting that Virginian Dragoon. We'll see how it goes. Thanks for watching. Please hit the subscribe button.